You are already sort of a cybernetic symbiote. Neural nets are taking over from regular programming. So you are connected. Where are the aliens? Maybe they're among us. I don't know.
I don't know.
Where are they?
I don't know, Elon.
Well, we do know where there's a giant statue of Elon, because according to Indy100.com, the headline here, Elon Musk fans have created a $600,000 GOAT monument, that's greatest of all time, dedicated to their hero. Their hero, Basil.
$600,000, huh?
You know?
Sounds like they came $66,000 under budget.
Yeah. Well, when you first started looking at Elon and you were very excited about the guy, I remember.
Well, in an analysis and technocratic deconstruction sort of way, sure, he's a PR phenomenon.
Yeah. Well, could you have imagined that somebody would drop over $500,000 for a monument for him in such short years?
You know, honestly, it doesn't surprise me. I think it was just a matter of time.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it says here that diehard Elon Musk fans have created a 30-foot long monument. Yeah, so close. Dedicated to their hero, and it cost them over £500,000, $600,000. The unique piece sees the richest man in the world's head attached to a goat's body while riding a rocket. It's the brainchild of cryptocurrency firm Elon Goat Token, who later this month plans to present it to the billionaire at his Tesla workplace in Austin, Texas. EGT explained.
Oh, so this is a crypto funded project.
Yeah, it's going well for the crypto world. EGT explained, quote, most people thought we would never do it, but after 1 year of building, the time has come to bring it home to Elon. Really, we just want to meet the guy and give it to him. After all, he's the most innovative human alive, hence the GOAT, greatest of all time. And would you like to describe what it did describe it, but just in your own words, what the actual statue?
Well, I will say this. It is more impressive than any Trump statue that has ever been created.
Larger than the Trump.
I mean, Trump had his gold statue.
Yeah, little one.
I think it was the RNC or something a couple years ago. But this is a gigantic statue, the base of which is the Starship. I think it's called Starship, the gigantic SpaceX rocket. And straddling the rocket as it is sort of pointed to the sky is a strange figure. They're telling me this is a goat figure, some sort of four-legged animal.
Do you know what it reminds me of?
Clutching onto the sides of this rocket.
When you were a kid, did you ever have these model dinosaurs or something that's got the bones?
Yeah, they're like cut out, like CNC machines, or whatever they're called.
Yeah, and they're like layers.
They cut out the wood in slats, right? Like if you had a dinosaur skeleton kit as a kid, sometimes they're cardboard, sometimes they're wood, whatever. It's kind of built like that. And then atop of this goat's body is a gigantic, fairly realistic recreation of Elon Musk's head. And the entire structure is completely silver and shiny.
The head alone is 5'9".
Something. Yes, 5'9" head. I wonder if that refers to Elon's like actual height or something.
Oh, maybe, I don't know.
He seems like he would be 5'9". He seems like a 5'9" type of guy.
Taller than that, but maybe, I don't know.
$600,000. He seems taller, Guns, because of how legendary and how much space he takes up in our media might have you thinking that he's taller than 5'9". But I think that's a believable height. Anyways, it is an absolutely ludicrous creation.
It's the opulence.
And, it's opulent. It makes sense, though. They pretty much outright said, we built this statue because we thought maybe it could get us to meet Elon.
This is a great marketing project.
If you're looking for a way to meet somebody, make a gigantic, ridiculous statue of them, and there's a pretty good chance that they're actually going to get to meet Elon
especially if you're a billionaire. You need attention, and what better way?
The peasants need to do something pretty impressive. You heard that,
producers and listeners out there. You want to get our attention? You start building monuments.
Yeah, fortunately, it's way easier to get our attention.
Yeah, a bad YouTube comment gets our attention.
That's true.
So anyway, so there you go. Elon, the statue, great. Echoes of the image of the beast. The image being
chimera. It's got like a chimeric technocrat vibe to it. Half man, half beast. Of course, the fact that it's a goat. And while it has the pop culture reference to greatest of all time, it's also, of course, got a Baphomet type of illusion to it.
Yep. I'm gonna skip that porta potty one. We'll get back to it because I think this we're gonna get back to it. Just give me a second. Just let me set it up with this G20 thing because I think it just goes in a better order. So this is France 24 headline: Musk sees aliens, tunnels, and a candle-lit G20 vision of the future. Now you might think, okay, what's going on here? I have the clip, 22 seconds here of Elon. So this is the B20, which is the G20 of Indonesia type thing. And he's zooming in or Skyping in or something. And his face is lit up in this dark room, what looks like this weird situation. And Elon addresses it right at the top of the exchange here.
I don't know what else to say, but it is. I'm just looking at this video and it's so bizarre.
Well, you look like you're in a dark place.
I'm sitting here in the dark, surrounded by candles. It's so bizarre.
So bizarre. That is so weird. What ritual was he undergoing in the middle of this call? Also, he said that the power, the power ran out, or not ran out, but went out right before he made the call. Yeah. So is he connecting through Starlink? I don't know, but it's just weird that he's like, I'm amidst these candles and I have called in to the G20 of Indonesia to say my piece.
It is pretty strange. It's weird. Right. For his Zoom call to a, geopolitical summit, he's lit by candlelight and yet still, I mean, look, my internet is on a backup battery. So of course, out here off grid, my power could go out at any moment, but I do have my internet on a battery system and my computer is on a backup battery. So it is possible, but still very strange. And then very strange.
And then briefly, he did talk about something else.
What future do you want? Like what is the good future?
Also, the echo from the room and everything makes it pretty much exactly like those dystopian movies where they have that, the villain leader, whatever, standing up there. And then they got the echo of the giant auditorium where he's speaking.
Right.
I think one where civilization is growing and the growth and scale of consciousness are growing along with it is a great future. Obviously one where we transition to sustainable energy because, the counterpoint is unsustainable energy. The faster we can transition to a sustainable energy economy, the better. Furthering human knowledge so we can understand the nature of the universe and our place in it and how we got here and the meaning of life. And as I said earlier, going and exploring other star systems, and maybe we'll find, alien civilizations or discover alien civilizations that existed millions of years ago may no longer exist, but we see the ruins of ancient civilizations. I think that would be incredibly interesting, just to, go out there and explore the galaxy.
There you go. He thinks that we're going to discover ancient alien civilizations, which interestingly enough is NASA's newest argument for why we're not seeing aliens. There was an article on that recently that, they're saying, oh yeah, well, obviously, they advance and then they wipe themselves out, which is an old theory, but
right.
Interesting that he would bring that up. So, keep that in mind.
I think Graham Hancock just had a Netflix show come out too, Ancient Apocalypse. Kind of talking about the same thing.
Right. And I think this is all going to be the Genesis 6 biblical thing becoming more like tangible and real, and being framed as ancient alien civilization, things like that. So
sure. I mean, we're at a place where more people believe that aliens exist than don't. For a guy as sort of revered as Elon, getting invited to talk at these geopolitical conferences and things like that, you'd think he would have sort of a written spiel down a little bit better. And it sounds like he was kind of coming up with that at the top of his head. Like he maybe forgot that he had this Zoom call to a bunch of world leaders.
Well, to be fair,
the Zoom just starts ringing, and he's just in the middle of his candlelit ritual. And he's like, "Oh, I'll just, I know what they want to hear. Aliens, we're gonna go to the stars."
To be fair, I did watch the whole thing. It was like a 22-minute thing. He's wearing the shirt that was sent, like some green shirt, so he knows he's on there. And then also, it was sort of a left field question. And it was open ended. Hey, if you can bring
planned.
I don't think it was a planned question, because the guy is like, hey, just the last, it's at the very end of the thing, a real quick, broad question kind of thing. So it was a little bit more general.
Kind of like you've done your job. You've said the technocratic globalist thing or whatever that we wanted you to say. But what we really want to hear? We want to hear you talk about aliens, Elon. Come on. Give it to us.
But here's the reality, just bringing it back down here. The guy who is who's in the devil costume or Antichrist costume, technocratic grandfather, he was part of Technocracy Inc. in the 1930s, who warned us, Elon, remember he warned us that AIs would be demons, but also he wants to connect our brains to computers with Neuralink. He wants us to participate in this payment system. This whole Twitter thing is just a move for the payment system using his
digital identity.
X.com, which Freeman Fly for years has been talking about how some Satanists believe the X is the mark of the beast. He also digs tunnels, which maybe, to discover some ancient civilizations or something.
He digs tunnels.
Yep. He launches satellites for, connectivity all over the world. He wants his hand in space travel. He's got electric cars bearing the name of the guy who rediscovered the free form of energy, Tesla, who are also making robots.